Did you know that by the time most people hit 70, they've already lost up to 30% of their muscle mass without even realizing it? Last year, Frank, a 76-year-old grandfather, fell while reaching for a cereal box. His arms couldn't support him. The doctor said if he'd maintained his muscle strength, that fall could have been nothing more than a stumble. Could that happen to you or someone you love? Are you unknowingly letting your muscles waste away every single day? Stay with me because the foods we'll reveal today could literally help you stand stronger, walk longer, and live better. The last one is especially important, and most seniors have never even heard of it. As we age, we naturally lose muscle. It's a condition called sarcopenia. It begins subtly in your 60s and accelerates after 70. You might feel a bit slower standing up, a little more tired climbing stairs, or weaker carrying groceries. But these aren't just signs of getting older. They are warning signs that your muscles are shrinking. Muscles aren't just for lifting things. They are essential for daily life. They help you keep your balance so you don't fall. They help you get out of bed in the morning, rise from a chair, and even take a deep breath. Without strong muscles, your risk of falls, fractures, hospitalizations, and long-term care increases significantly. According to the National Institute on Aging, seniors who don't consume enough muscle-supporting nutrients face a 48% higher risk of falls and fractures. These incidents can lead to surgery, months of recovery, or even permanent loss of independence. So let me ask you, are you getting the right nutrients to protect your muscles? Are you unknowingly eating in a way that accelerates muscle loss? If you haven't made changes to your diet in years, your muscles could be quietly disappearing. But here's the good news: you can reverse the damage, and it starts with the food on your plate. Let's go through 3 essential, senior-friendly foods that can preserve your strength and improve your quality of life. 1. Eggs, the muscle rebuilder. For many seniors, getting enough high-quality protein each day is a challenge. Not because it's hard to find, because it's easy to overlook. A piece of toast here, a cup of tea there, but where's the protein? Protein is the foundation of muscle, and muscle is what helps you do everything from getting out of a chair to catching your balance when you trip. When you don't get enough, your body begins breaking down your own muscle tissue to fill the gap, and that means you slowly, quietly lose strength over time. Here's the problem: not all protein is created equal. Some foods have protein, yes, but it's incomplete, meaning it doesn't contain all the amino acids your body needs to rebuild muscle. Your body can't make these amino acids on its own. You have to eat them. That's why eggs are such a powerful, simple solution. Eggs are one of nature's most perfect proteins. Each large egg contains about 6 grams of high-quality, complete protein. All 9 essential amino acids, including leucine, which plays a major role in turning on the muscle-building process. A rich source of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin D, B12, and selenium. And here, why eggs are especially good for older adults. White heavy checkmark, they're easy to chew and digest. White heavy checkmark, they're affordable and widely available. White heavy checkmark, they're quick to cook, which helps when you don't have much time or energy. You don't need a fancy blender or a special powder, just crack, cook, and eat. According to a 2024 study in the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition, seniors who consumed 20 to 30 grams of complete protein per meal showed significantly lower rates of muscle loss and better physical performance scores over 12 weeks. That's the equivalent of 3 to 4 eggs per meal, but even 2 eggs at breakfast, combined with other nutrient-rich foods, can make a real difference. Nancy, 68, didn't think she had a problem. She felt a little off lately, slower to get up, more tired after doing laundry, and winded after walking to the mailbox. Her doctor ran some tests and told her, "Your muscle mass is declining faster than it should." The culprit: low protein intake. Her breakfast used to be just a muffin and tea. So Nancy made one small change: 2 scrambled eggs with spinach every morning. After 8 weeks, she felt stronger. Her lower back stopped aching, she could walk longer without stopping, and she even added 5 minutes of light stretching to her routine. "It wasn't magic," Nancy says, "it was just breakfast, but it made me feel like myself again." Here, how to make eggs work for you. White heavy checkmark, eat 2 eggs every morning. Scrambled, poached, boiled, whatever you enjoy. White heavy checkmark, add a side of whole grain toast or sliced avocado for extra nutrients. White heavy checkmark, don't be afraid of the yolk, it contains most of the vitamins. Worried about cholesterol? New research from the Mayo Clinic and American Heart Association shows that for most healthy seniors, moderate egg intake, up to 1 per day, is perfectly safe. But if you have existing heart conditions, it's always best to check with your doctor. Not a morning person? No problem. You can prep egg muffin bakes ahead of time. Mix eggs with chopped veggies, pour into a muffin tin and bake. Keep them in the fridge, reheat for 30 seconds, and you've got a protein-packed snack or meal anytime. Eggs aren't just a breakfast food. They're a muscle-saving, strength-building, brain-supporting powerhouse. For seniors, they offer a simple and powerful way to stop muscle loss before it becomes a serious health issue. So tomorrow morning, skip the sugary cereal. Crack 2 eggs instead. It could be the strongest decision you make all day. 2. Greek yogurt, the silent strengthener. Let's be honest, dairy has gotten a bad reputation over the years, especially among older adults. Maybe you've heard it causes inflammation, or maybe you've had trouble digesting milk in the past. As a result, many seniors have eliminated dairy entirely. But what if that's actually doing more harm than good? Cutting out all dairy without finding a proper replacement can lead to weaker muscles, thinning bones, and even slower recovery from illness or injury. That's where Greek yogurt comes in, and it might just be the most underappreciated food for senior strength. Greek yogurt isn't just a trend, it's a nutrient powerhouse, especially for people over 65. Compared to regular yogurt, it has twice the protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle. A high amount of casein, a slow-digesting protein that fuels your muscles overnight. Naturally rich calcium to support bone health. Vitamin B12 to fight fatigue and protect brain function. Probiotics to help improve digestion and boost your immune system. And the best part, it's easy to prepare and eat, no cooking or special prep required. In 2023, researchers at the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition studied the effects of nighttime dairy intake in older adults. The study showed that those who ate Greek yogurt before bed experienced better overnight muscle retention, higher quality sleep, improved strength in their lower limbs after just 12 weeks. The results were even more impressive when paired with simple physical activity like walking for 15-20 minutes daily. Let's talk about Joe, a 72-year-old retiree who always had a sweet tooth. His evenings used to end with ice cream or a couple of cookies, a little treat before bed. But last winter, Joe slipped and fell on his icy driveway. Thankfully, it wasn't serious, but it was a wake-up call. His doctor gently told him, "Joe, if your muscles were a bit stronger, that fall might have been nothing." Joe didn't want to give up his dessert, so his doctor recommended a simple swap: Greek yogurt with a few walnuts and berries. Within a month, Joe felt different. He wasn't getting up in the night as much. He felt more rested in the mornings, and his walks became easier. Now he swears by his nightly yogurt bowl. He says, "It's still my treat, just a smarter one." If you're wondering how to get started, it's simple. White heavy checkmark: eat 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt in the evening, ideally an hour before bed. White heavy checkmark: add a small handful of berries or a drizzle of raw honey if you need a little sweetness. White heavy checkmark for an extra health boost: stir in a tablespoon of chia seeds, ground flax seeds, or even walnuts for added fiber and omega-3s. This small routine could help your muscles stay fed and protected, even while you sleep. Worried about digestion? Don't be. Many Greek yogurt brands are now lactose-free, making them easier on sensitive stomachs. You can also look for versions made with goat's milk, which many people find more tolerable than cow's milk. Also, always choose plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Flavored versions are often packed with added sugar, which can cause more harm than good, especially when you're trying to avoid inflammation and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Your muscles don't just work when you're moving, they repair and rebuild at night. But if you go to bed without giving your body the fuel it needs, you're missing out on a golden opportunity to stay strong. Greek yogurt is like a nighttime repair kit for your muscles. It's simple, it's powerful, and it could be the key to waking up tomorrow just a little bit stronger than today. Before you turn in tonight, skip the cookies. Grab a bowl of Greek yogurt, your muscles will thank you. 3. Salmon, the omega-3 muscle shield. When it comes to staying strong in our later years, most people focus only on protein. And while protein is important, there's something else, something more silent and dangerous that often gets ignored: inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like rust inside your body. You don't see it, you don't feel it at first, but over time it quietly breaks down your muscle tissue, joints, and even your immune system. It makes recovery slower, digestion weaker, and even affects how your body absorbs the nutrients it needs to build strength. And that's where salmon comes in. Salmon is a powerful food for seniors, not just for muscle, but for overall wellness. It's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, which are natural inflammation fighters. These omega-3s help your body reduce long-term inflammation, build and maintain lean muscle, speed up recovery after injury or exertion, support healthy brain function and mood, lower the risk of heart disease. According to the Harvard Medical School in a 2024 study, seniors who ate omega-3 rich fish like salmon twice a week had 22% more muscle mass, fewer falls, and better mobility than those who didn't. That's a huge difference, and it doesn't require any pills or complicated diets. Let's go back to Frank, the 76-year-old grandfather we mentioned at the start of this video. Frank used to be very active. He loved to fix things around the house and play with his grandson in the yard, but after his unexpected fall in the kitchen, everything changed. He lost confidence. He stopped moving as much. His energy dropped. He felt like he was getting old overnight. That's when his physical therapist suggested a few simple changes, starting with adding salmon to his diet twice a week. Frank was skeptical. Fish, that's it, but he gave it a try. Every Tuesday and Friday, Frank had a small fillet of grilled salmon with steamed veggies. Sometimes he'd switch it up with a salmon salad or salmon patties. After 6 months, everything changed. Frank was back to walking confidently. He started working in his garden again, and just last month he told us he raced his 8-year-old grandson to the mailbox and won. Frank says, "I didn't know food could change how I move, how I feel. I'm never giving up my salmon again." You don't need to become a gourmet chef to get these benefits, just make it simple. White heavy checkmark: eat salmon twice a week. Grill it, bake it, or buy pre-cooked frozen fillets. White heavy checkmark: try canned salmon with avocado, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt on toast, an easy no-cook option. White heavy checkmark: rotate with other omega-3 rich fish like sardines, mackerel, or trout if you want variety. If you truly can't stand fish, speak with your doctor about taking an omega-3 supplement, but remember, food first is always best. Nutrients from whole foods are easier for your body to absorb. Add a side of steamed broccoli or leafy greens when you eat salmon. These are anti-inflammatory too, and they help round out your meal with fiber and extra nutrients. Inflammation is one of the biggest causes of muscle loss in older adults, and it often goes unnoticed, but you don't have to let it steal your strength. Salmon is more than just a tasty fish. It's a natural medicine, a muscle protector, and a secret weapon in your journey to staying strong, mobile, and independent. So next time you're planning your meals, ask yourself, what would Frank do? He'd make sure salmon was on the plate. Still with me? Great. Let me ask you a powerful question. When was the last time you felt confident walking across a room? For many seniors, confidence slowly fades as muscle weakness creeps in, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Here, what I want you to do: comment the word "stronger" below if you've eaten at least one of these foods this week. This is more than a video, it's a conversation, a movement, a reminder that your best years aren't behind you. They're still ahead if you give your body what it needs. Let's quickly recap the 3 daily foods your muscles are craving. Eggs: start your day with a perfect source of complete protein. Greek yogurt: fuel your muscles overnight while you rest. Salmon: fight inflammation and rebuild muscle with omega-3s. These are not fancy superfoods. They are simple, everyday ingredients that can make a life-changing difference for your strength, mobility, and independence. If you start today, you may begin feeling better in just a few weeks, stronger, more balanced, more alive. So here's your action plan. Choose one of these foods and add it to your next meal. Like this video if you learned something helpful. Subscribe so you never miss another tip to stay healthy and independent. And most importantly, share this with someone you care about, because no one should lose their strength without knowing how to fight back. Your muscles are your freedom. Let's protect them together.